much. Sorry, Sassel. So sidestep, here we go. We're going to do one where we're not using the mover object to move her, we're using her actual body to move. So a really good way of doing this is we just need to rock her off of her balance, have her take a step sideways, and then move over to where that's going to be. So our first, and I'm going to change my things from 300 to, let's say, 60. And in the first 5 frames, I'm going to just move her hips. And I'm in a front view here. And I'm going to raise her foot a little bit, right? And then all of her weight has to be in line with this foot. And it's not a big movement. So I'm going to rock her this way a little bit, which is all in line with trying to keep the weight on that one foot. If her hips are the fulcrum, right, if I bring this elbow out a little bit, you can see that it is transferring the weight over here. And I want to go up with her hips. Select the right thing. And I want to stretch this foot out to the point where it's almost off the ground. I don't want it to lock. If it locks, it's bad. You want to take it to where it locks and then bring it back just a little tiny bit. And then I'm going to go another 5 frames here to frame 10 and shift her over. And I don't know how big of a side step we want to do. Probably enough that would be for her a reach. And so now I'm going to take the hips and I'm going to move them down a little bit because she stepped down. But I'm going to keep all the weight over on this foot. So she's really putting that foot down first, right? So now that foot is planted and all of her weight is still sort of on this foot. You can make it a little more dramatic by rotating her body a little bit like that. And I can bring her arm or shoulder. I wish it would actually select the thing I wanted. There we go. And see how she's using her arms. This one comes out to counterbalance that. Her weight of her upper body now switches from being over that foot to now the top of part. She has to step with her hips, but her upper body still is trying, because her weight is still over on this foot. Her upper body needs to maintain that sort of weight distribution. So we can even make her head go a little bit. And so there's all sorts of variations of how to do this with different sized people and different strengths and dexterity levels and stuff like this. This would be kind of a normal, this would be appropriate for this woman's size and shape that she would balance like this. Whereas like a more athletic person, you wouldn't move the arms as much because their strength and this leg and their balance would be better. But I always think of Dana as sort of like a 20-something who doesn't exercise very much. And because she's just the way that she's made. I just get a vibe off of her. You have to make up stories in your head for the character. Maybe she's super athletic. She could be if we felt like it. Um, okay, so there's the step. The foot's landed now, and we want to go. I'm going to go another um, 10 frames. And we're going to bring all the weight over onto this foot. And I'm going to come down a little bit. And that includes all this. And see, now I'm starting to shift. This arm is still maintaining a little bit of weight on this one. This arm is now all in on putting weight on top of this leg. Right, and once she's stepped down and now the weight can be on this leg, we can go back to the very first frame where we have to return to. And we can select all this, copy. And I'll paste it here. However, we need to remember where the step was, right? Because she steps out here on frame 10. So we need to, I'm going to go in here and create a little box I can use as a marker. And I'll put that right next to her foot so that when she goes into this mode here, deselect that, the mover object, deselect that. Ugh. Do it the hard way. So much easier with the mover object. Then I'm just going to move her. Her foot over. Yep, so it's where it's supposed to be. And then this foot goes right underneath it. It's got to look like that. I got to take care of this foot, which I didn't stamp when I was doing it before, which is bad. So this frame. And then so as soon as this foot is down, you can even give this foot a bit of a twist. And that's it. That's the dog. No, this is a side step. And so this can be repeated and repeated and repeated. And on you go. All right.